Hello, this is Rob Carrig with Carrig Wealth Advisors. Thank you for joining us on our next video update. As we have the last couple of weeks, we're going to talk about what's going on in the market, and specifically today, some ideas for people who are sitting in cash. Either they got out of the portfolio or out of the market in, say, March or April, or they just have always been invested just sitting in cash and wondering, now what do we do? I'm going to try to share my screen here. And there we go. Let's see. First, a bit of a disclosure. As always, investing involves risk. There are no guarantees, and past performance is not necessarily a guarantee of future results. Next. Topic here, I panicked in March and April. Now what do I do? I suppose it also could be, I just never got invested. Now what do I do? What do I mean specifically? This is the S&P 500 over the last year or so. So you can see at the beginning of this year, we reached an all-time high. Then coronavirus fears came on board, and in about 3 weeks, we went down 35%. And then since then, we've gained almost all of it back. So today I want to talk about what do we do if either you sold here and now we're sitting here, or you just never got invested here, and a couple ideas you may want to think about. 5 ideas to get your portfolio back on track. Number 1, don't beat yourself up. March and April was unprecedented in terms of the volatility. It was scary. Everything on the evening news was scary. The market was down 35%. People are dying. It's no wonder that a lot of people sold, got out, hid. Don't beat yourself up. The important thing is, now what do you do? And waiting for the market to go back down to get invested again is probably not the best strategy. Number 2, as you put your portfolio back together, as always, I'd encourage you to have a healthy cash reserve, money that is not invested in stocks, bonds, real estate, anything, just sitting in bank or money market, whatever it might be. And I would encourage you to have this separate from your investments, not in the same account, certainly. It's difficult to feel like there's a difference between your long-term portfolio and the money you use to pay your bills if it's all sitting in one account. Number 3, focus on risk management. As always, don't take too much risk than you can handle. I mean, March was scary, but volatility is nothing new. This time it came a little bit faster than we're used to, but stocks are volatile. That's the trade-off. The payoff is you hang in there long term, you can make historically a decent return in the stock market, but the payoff is having to weather through these very difficult volatile periods. Number 4, don't rule out bonds. Interest rates are at all-time lows. The yield on 10-year U.S. Treasury bonds, as I say this, is probably 0.8, 0.9%, barely anything. I still think most people want to have some bonds as part of their long-term portfolio, maybe not so much for income, but just as a shock absorber for when these volatile periods happen, something in the portfolio that hopefully doesn't go down and might even go up, particularly if you own long-term, high-quality bonds. And then lastly, dollar cost average. Dollar cost average is a fancy term for taking a set amount of money and putting it to work on a regular basis. For most people, I say, think what you do in your 401k. A certain amount comes out of your paycheck every month. It goes into the market, whether the market's high or low, you don't even think about it. When it comes to investing in a lot of things in life, our own brain and emotions are not necessarily our friends. Don't try to overthink this. I would say commit to an investment strategy and get that money back to work, because waiting for the market to go back down may not be the best strategy. So this is us. This is me, Christina and Jenny. If you found this helpful, please forward this to someone you know. If it doesn't apply to you, trust me, it does apply to some people probably that you know. Feel free to get in touch with us. Here's our contact info here. If we can help with anything, as always. And just in closing, I would like to say, as always, thank you very much to our clients.